Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start with you, Aleah. I mean, we're talking about you coming from musical chops. Tell us a bit about your experience this year with Dream.
Well, this year has been a little bit different for me. We're starting to get back to a bigger cast, and so there's been some ebbs and flows, but overall, it's been a pretty good summer, and I feel like we've grown a lot from the beginning of the summer to now, and I'm just really excited to see how everything plays out.
Well, I think so am I. Like after talking to, folks yesterday and now having y'all here today, I'm like, oh my gosh, not only is my son super excited because he's like, Mom, did you tell them about did you tell so and so about are they gonna come to so he's doing his own promotion, which I know is something because when y'all put so much into this, you want to see that audience come out and support. Isaiah, how has it been for you this year?
Honestly, it's been really fun. I've had a great time. I've learned a lot of new things. I learned that I could do a lot more things. And yeah, I've actually had a really good time and grown a lot.
Well, it sounds like growth may be one of those themes of the year as we talk about young people, the minis coming back. And I know your mom, Miss Carlicia, is back there making sure the designs are tight. And so this is your second year. So I love hearing that you put growth into your answer there because I think that's so important. And it's clearly one of the things that they're looking to impart on y'all. When you think about that mentorship and the way y'all have been able to build a family, I'll start with you here, Isaiah. How has that been for you? Because you're with 37 other young folks and or 36 other young folks, and it's like y'all all are melding each other's personalities, you're figuring each other out while you're learning. Tell us how that's been working.
Well, I would like to say that the staff has been a huge help on the mentorships. We have people like Seti, is our music director, who is really good at working with me, especially on songs, and working really good with everybody. We also have people like Miss Minnis, who is my mom, of course, love her. But anyway, she's doing really good on making sure that everybody is bringing her costumes and making sure that, yeah, we're going to keep the costumes clean, make sure that if when we do start filming, it's going to look like the same throughout most of the shows. And really, it's really the staff holding us together as a family and a cast that is really helping display and production move along quite smoothly. So I would like to say that.
I love to hear that. Aleah, for you, is it similar to you've experienced this now? How many times have you been in the musical?
This is my 5th year as a TSM participant, so there's been, like I said, there's been a lot of different changes from when we started at Langston. I think our biggest cast we had was 100 something kids. Like, it's just so different. Like, especially coming back from COVID, we had to work our way up. But I can agree with Isaiah that the staff is a big part of our help with so many different personalities. Sometimes they can tend to clash, but like I said, throughout the summer, we've learned how to work through those things, and it's getting better. And I feel like everybody is starting to come together as a family, because I feel like every year that I do it, you gain new family members. Like, it's not just about putting on the show, it's about you're with these people for the whole summer, so you got to know how to work with them, yeah.
Well, that's really love in the community. I mean, that's part of that vibe that Acts on Stage brings to everyone. I think the audience members feel that after, seeing so many different productions. And also it's something that is felt because y'all mold together so well. When you think about being able to build some lasting friendships in the 5 years you've been doing this, Aleah, how has that been for you to continue friendships outside of the Teen Summer Musical time?
Well, when I started, I was about 8 years old. So I had a lot of older friends also with the minis. Like, the minis is just energy the whole time. So, but some of the people I do know are going off to do great things. And I'm still friends with those people till these day. Like, there's just a whole bunch of great people. Like I said, you build a new family. So those people, that's like a life bond. Like, you're with those people, like, you're not going to forget those memories. So I feel like TSM also gives you opportunities and teaches you how to take those opportunities. Like, I know when I first started, I was really in my own head. I was really in my shell. Like, I didn't want to audition at first, and my dad actually was a past participant, so he was the one that pushed me to do that. And once I got here, I learned how to jump out at those opportunities and not be afraid to try something on the spot. And if it doesn't work, then just like keep pushing, like push past it, because everybody's gonna mess up one time. So it's just different things like that, like learning how to go after stuff and connect with those people, because now you get to do those different things that make you great.
Yeah, if you don't try it, you'll never know, right? So the resilience is great. I love hearing that kind of rise to the top. When you think about the connections you've been able to build, Isaiah, how is it to make new friends and new family members in this production?
Well, for me, it's actually never been a problem to make friends, so I'm kind of used to making friends. So it actually is very fun because I'm with my own like color group and everything, and it actually it makes me learn a bunch of new things, and makes me realize, oh wow, there was so much stuff that I might have been missing on if I never came here and my mom never did it the first year to make me come down here. So there's a lot of things that I've actually learned, and again has helped me grow as a person. So
Well, I want to ask y'all, because I mean, y'all are not only, doing rehearsals and getting yourself together for the production, but then y'all are participating in events in the community. Y'all are in parades, y'all are doing news shows. I mean, y'all coming to this show. Tell us how that's been resonating with you to actually bring your talents out into the community at some of those opportunities. I'll start with you, Isaiah.
Well, I have never done a parade until I would say last year. Yeah, last year's Teen Summer Musical. I never done a parade. So it was actually kind of fun to go and do a parade. And then I was hearing, oh, you'll be tired. And I was like, oh, God. And I'm not going to lie, the first one I was tired, but the second one I wasn't tired that much. And I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy entertaining people and making people have a smile on their face. So it's a pretty fun experience, I would say.
Good, good. Well, it's a bit of a different audience, because the audience is kind of curated when you're at the theater, right? But when you're out there and y'all are putting it out there for everyone, you never know how somebody's going to respond. How has that been for you being out there in community?
um when you actually put on the show, like the play, for instance, you're performing for the people in front of you, but most importantly, you're performing for yourself. But with parades, it's the same thing, but there's people everywhere. Like there's people on the side, people on the front. So you got to keep that consistent energy, because the crowd is not going to give the energy to you if you have whack energy. They're going to feed off your energy. So it's just really connecting with the people, really like promoting yourself. Like how you show up in those parades is how you're representing the company, how you're representing the show. Our parades are marketing and, just like promo. So you got to put on a show and give that energy to the crowd so you can receive that energy back, because when you receive that energy back, it's a really good feeling.
Absolutely. Well, lastly, I get to ask y'all about the theme, really, of this year's musical Dream. It's about understanding that the power that folks have in terms of the words that they impart on young people's lives. When you think about the roles that y'all are able to play in the show, how has that resonated with you personally as you kind of take on this character and understand that there's really some level of connection to your actual lives that you may be experiencing through your roles? I'll start with you, Aleah.
Well, the role that I'm taking on this year is kind of a different role for me. Like I'm usually used to the acting roles or the dancing roles, but um when I first came here, I was focused on singing, but once I got those different opportunities, I learned that it was picking on the spots that I wasn't as confident in and giving me more confidence to work on that and improve. But this year I have more of a singing role, and also my character sets the tone for the whole story. So it's a kind of little bit more pressure for me. But, like I said about energy, like you got to come out with great energy and, for the show to be good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all about just finding your character and sticking with that, finding the different things that your character might do that you might not do in real life. Like, just connecting with that and being that character for the whole show. It's a challenge, but it's so great when everything comes into play. And when everybody's in character, it's a good show. Character makes character, not the costume, not the props, not anything else. It's character. Character makes the story.
Wise words indeed. Isaiah, what about you and your role?
For me, I try to shoot for a side character role this year, honestly, and I wasn't expecting to get such a big role, and so it really shocked me because last year I was a side character, so I was like, okay, I got this again. Let me just do another side character, but I got one of the mains, and I was like, oh. So, the character I'm playing though, he is very, I would like to say, different from me because I wouldn't say half of the stuff that he's saying, but it's kind of let me be more creative in like how I will say stuff and how I could do things, and it's kind of let me like spark a few ideas inside of my head, like, ooh, now this would be fun to do, and making sure that like, well, he would be doing that action, so maybe if I try doing this, then it will work, and it just gave me a lot more creative freedom to work around with something I really haven't done before. So yeah.
Take you outside of your comfort zone, huh?
Hmm.
Well, okay, lastly, before we go to break, I want y'all look in that camera closest to me. Tell them why they need to come and see y'all do your thing on stage. This Friday is the opening day. Tell them why they need to be there. Go ahead. First you, Isaiah, then you, Aleah.
All right, so y'all better be at the show. I'm just saying, we've been working so hard, and we want to see all of y'all faces when y'all see the show. It's going to be amazing. We promise you. You're going to want to buy more and more tickets. You're going to want to come to more shows. You're going to be so sad that they were over. I'm just telling you, you are going to love it.
Come see the show. It's a really good experience. It's really great to see teens, especially teens of color, get outside their comfort zone and express themselves and like put that more into the community. We need more of that in the community. And we've worked so hard from the beginning of the summer to now, and we want to show you our growth. So come to the show and just get ready for a great experience.
Get ready for a great experience indeed. Oh, Isaiah and Aleah, thank you both, you geniuses, for joining me today and sharing your experience in this year's Teen Summer Musical Dream. I can't wait to see y'all on stage. I'll be there multiple shows, so don't worry, y'all will see me
Okay.
out there. Thanks for joining me, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, so amazing. We're going to be